Hello everyone, welcome back to Think Constructive. I am Esha and this is second session on Python, which is on Python's most basic editor, that is IDLE. Okay, in the last session what I discussed about the Python's introduction, the need of Python, download and setup of the Python, all that stuff. So just in case if you have missed watching that, link is given in the description box. Please follow that and make your systems ready for that. One more suggestion, please watch this video till the end and follow all the demonstration along with me. Then only it will be very beneficial and helpful for you. Otherwise, just by leaving session in between, you will be missing on the core concepts of Python. So that session might not be that fruitful. So, and also if you don't have time right now, or if you have some other engagements, just add this video to your watch later section and subscribe to the channel. Subscription button is right on your screen. Just click on that, subscribe to the channel and add this video to the watch later section, and come back, and whenever you find time, follow this video till the end. Anyways, I have not made a very long video that is going to take a lot of time. You just need to find out some half an hour or 40 minutes from your busy schedule and follow that. Just one recommendation, follow all the demonstration along with me, try out things along with me on your systems, then it will be very beneficial for you and will give you a lot of confidence for the Python programming. Also, I would like to add here, this Python session is not specifically needing any prerequisite. So this Python session is for everyone because I will be covering all the core concepts right from the scratch in that. So no need to worry, no prerequisite. Just follow with me all the sessions religiously and you will become Python expert, believe me. Okay, so let us start with our session number 2 on Python, that is Python IDLE editor. All right, so let us start with that. So here we will be discussing the IDLE editor for Python, which comes bundled with Python. Right, we had already discussed a couple of popular editors of Python, but IDLE is one of the most basic editor of Python and it comes with Python. So if you have already installed and set up Python at your systems, you must already be having it. So I would suggest that follow this tutorial along with me, and whenever I will demonstrate IDLE editor and whatever commands and execution I am doing, do it with me. Okay, that will be very helpful. And I will be telling you all these things with the demonstration. It will be very good if you watch this session till the end and follow all the commands, execution, demonstration with me. Then only it will be very beneficial for you. All right. Okay, so let us start with the editor IDLE discussion. So as I told, IDLE editor gets installed with Python itself, right? So no need to do anything extra. So whatever download and installation steps I told you, you just need to follow them and IDLE will be installed for you. Okay. Then IDLE is a simple acronym of Integrated Development Environment. All right. So we are clear with this point, right? And it allows edit, run, browse or debug Python programs. That means whatever Python program I want to write, I can edit that, run, browse, find it out, and then debug Python programs using simple IDLE editor itself. Okay, so no need for any heavy or different editor. But yes, if you want to use them, you are free to use. I will be talking some of the advanced Python editor in my later sessions when I'm done with the basic concepts of the Python. All right, for all my basic concepts discussion, IDLE is more than sufficient. Okay, so follow this session along with me, all the demonstration I'm repeating. Then only this session and this entire Python course will be beneficial for you and you will be, learning Python very quickly. All right. Okay. So next thing is IDLE supports two modes. What those two modes are? First one, interactive mode, and then script mode. Okay, so Python supports interactive mode. That means it will just give you a prompt, and whatever statement or Python statement you want to write and execute, you can just do it there. Okay, and then it also support script mode. Script mode means I can write set of statements, that means multiple Python statements in a file, and execute it in one shot. All right, so we'll have a look on the interactive mode first. So first one, interactive mode. Okay, so as I told you, interactive mode, just on the Python prompt, whatever Python statement you can write and execute that. So one statement at a time, it will allow you to execute. It just interprets the statement and execute. So when interactive mode will be useful, when you want to just check any of the Python statement, how is it working, whether it is working fine or not, you can just open the ideally interact in the interactive mode, give the Python statement and say enter. It will execute and show you the results, right? So for checking or testing kind of stuffs, it's going to be very, very useful. All right, so there are a couple of key points for interactive mode. So first one is, what is Python prompt? So these, three angular bracket denotes Python prompt. Okay. All right, I'll just show you in a while the demonstration also, so you can quickly understand and relate all those stuffs. Okay. So next is Python statements. You can call it command or expressions also, can be given and executed directly at the Python prompt. All right. So you just open the ideally in interactive mode, give your Python statement, say enter, it will be executed. Done. Okay. No need to, create a file, save things in the big file and all those stuff. Just give the statement and your job is done. You can simply check it out how Python statement is working. Okay, I'll demonstrate that. Keep watching. All right. So it is good for beginners, right? As we discussed, it is a most basic editor. So good for beginner. And I'm just starting with the basic stuff. So I'll tell you Python statements one by one. So you can just try them out directly in the interactive mode itself. All right. So for the beginners, it's going to be very good. Okay. So now I will switch to the demonstration and I will show you how you can use ideally interactive mode. All right. How can you open ideally editor? See, I'm using MacBook, so I'll just go to search window and type ideally, because Python is already installed for me. So I'll just say ideally from search window here, say enter, and it will open ideally for me. All right. For the Windows user, what you can do, on the left bottom corner, there is a run button or search icon. Just click on that and type ideally after Python installation. Okay, so type ideally and say enter. It will open ideally for you. But if you still have any doubts, ask your doubts in the comment section. Okay, so here is the Python ideally editor. Okay, and first and foremost thing, you can notice the Python version is given here, Python 3.8.7. Okay, and this three angular bracket, you can notice what we discussed is Python shell prompt. Okay, so this is my Python shell prompt, and here I can write any Python statement which I want to execute and see the results. So first thing we will be discussing here is the Python help. If I want to check Python's help for any Python command, how will I do that? I'll just say help. And you can see this ideally is intelligent editor. It is giving me the syntax suggestions also. All right. So I'll just write the statement for which I want to check or I want to get the help, right? So I'm just taking print statement here for my help and will say enter. So help print. It will give me the details of the print statement here and the print statement syntax. That means how should I write the print statement and what all things I can use in that. So description and syntax for print statement using help command I have got. So likewise, whichever statement you want to check in Python, you can take help from here. That is one way. All right. So now I will take a print statement for my demonstration purpose. All right. So open your ideally shell and try these things with me. So you get a bit more comfortable with Python. Okay. So that is the best way to learn any programming language. So follow along to gain the confidence. So now I will just say print, let's say the most basic program, hello world I want to print, right? So what will I do? I will just say print hello world. So what you need to do? You need to write print, then brackets, and within double quotes, you will be writing hello world. So print in Python is used for printing anything where by default on the screen. Okay. So first case is the default screen case I will be taking here. Okay. So I'm just giving print hello world, and this hello world should come as an output for me, right? As a result of this statement's execution. Let's see. So hello world is my output here. It is printed on the screen. All right. Let me give you another example. Print. Let's say I want to write I am teaching Python. Again, notice what did I do? Print, then brackets, then within double quotes I have written whatever statement I want to write, and I want to show that statement on the output screen. Okay, I want to get that statement on my output screen. What do? Within, I will write print, then within brackets, within double quotes, I will write my statement. All right, I will say enter. I am teaching Python is printed, right? So here is my output. So that's how the interactive shell should be used. So now the next mode is script mode. All right, so we will discuss now script mode. Okay, so what is a script mode? In a script mode, Python statements can be written in a file. So what we have just now seen is one statement on the Python shell prompt and I get the output, right? But what if I want to write multiple statements and want to execute them all at once? How do I do that? I cannot do that on Python shell prompt, right? Because that will only allow me one statement at a time. So for writing more than one statement and getting them executed, I will write all those statements in a file and then get them executed, right? And that mode is called script mode. Means script mode allows me to write multiple Python statements in a file and execute them all at once. All right. And then what I need to do when I write a file, how Python interpreter will know whether it is a Python file or it is a normal text file or it is a Java file or something else. So that means that differentiation will come with extension. And what is the extension for Python program? It is py extension. All right. So .py, this point should be noted. It is very important. Any Python script, wherever you are writing, it should be saved with .py extension. And then only this Python interpreter will understand and recognize this Python program. Okay, so keep this a very important point in your mind always whenever you are doing a Python programming. Okay, so now the next thing, multiple statements can be written in a file as we discussed, saved, and then you can execute them. And what is the biggest benefit that for that is these Python, multiple Python statements which you are writing in a file, these can be reused later. Okay. So I have written multiple Python statements in a file, executed them now. Okay, for now job is done. But since I have saved all those statements, so later maybe after 1 month, I would want to use the same program, or 1 year, or whenever, I can just use that Python file and execute all those statements again. That means I can reuse them. And reusability is an extremely important concept in software world. So this is just one very basic example of reusability. I'll save all the Python statements in a file and use them whenever, wherever I want. Okay, so I believe script mode is now clear. Now I will demonstrate the script mode functionality, how you can use that so that you feel more comfortable with that. Okay. So here I am back to Python Ideally editor. And for using this editor in a script mode, interactive mode, you know, I can directly write things here, right? But for a script mode, what do I need to do? I'll just go to this file menu and we'll say new file. Okay. And in this new file, I will write whatever statement I want to execute. For example, I'll just take this and write it here. Okay, in this new file. And then this another statement. Okay, so 2 statements I have written here. Let's say I want to write one more, that some values. This is a demo program. Okay, so let's say these 3 print statements I want to execute at once, all at once. I don't want to give one at a time on the prompt. So I have written all three statements in a file. Okay, and what do? I will just, first of all, I will save this file with what? .py extension. Correct, right? So I'll save this file. Okay, so let's say here useful demo.py. py is very important. I'm again and again repeating, so remember this. Okay, so I'll just save this program now. So this program is saved now. I want to execute it. I'll just go to run and we'll say run module. Okay, see, all 3 statements are executed at once. Okay, and all 3 print statements, output is printed here on the screen. Okay, I've got the resultant here. All right, that's how you can use Python editor in script mode, or Python ideally in script mode. Okay, so I've got one more demonstration for you. I'll just open it. So here you can see 5 print statements are there. I'm teaching Python. Teaching Python is fun. This is session number 2. Python is very useful programming language, and Python ideally is easy to learn. All those 5 print statements I want to execute at once, right? The similar thing. How do I do that? I'll just go to run and run module. See the result. Okay, all 5 statements are printed here. So I hope this script mode is clear, how you can use it and why you should be using it. Okay, so in a script mode we have seen how you can create a new file, save it, execute it, and how you can open already existing program and execute it. Okay, again I am repeating, follow all these steps along with me so that you are very clear and comfortable with the Python script mode and shell mode both. I mean interactive mode, either way you can call it. All right. How you can close Python ideally editor? Just give exit followed by brackets and say enter. It will be closed. It is just asking a background Python program is already running. So I just want to kill it because I want to close this editor. Okay. So I'll just say okay and it is done. Okay. So this is about a script mode. I hope you are able to follow these things with me. Please take a note of each and every steps and follow things with me. Okay, so like we discussed how you can print things on the output screen using shell as well as using a script via ideally editor. Take a note of all those things and try out things by yourself also. Okay, like I have printed hello world or I'm teaching Python. You can print whatever you want using print statement. So that's how you will be confident, you will be more confident with Python. All right. Okay, so here is the summary for whatever we discussed today. We discussed the basic Python editor that comes bundled with Python, that is ideally. And then we discussed interactive mode and script mode, both the modes of ideally editor. How you can open ideally editor, use interactive mode, use a script mode and close them. Along with their usage, we have also discussed what is the benefit of these things, right? So I hope you followed the complete session and you are now comfortable with ideally editor. All right. Thank you very much for watching this session. Keep watching and stay connected so that you are able to learn Python in great detail and become very, very comfortable with the programming. All right. Thank you everyone for watching this session. I hope everyone are able to understand Python's basic editor ideally, all the basic commands, whatever we have discussed, the interactive mode, the script mode, all that. And I am hoping all of you have already tried all those things along with me as I suggested. If not done, please do that. That will be very, very helpful. And also subscribe to the session so that you are always updated with the new upcoming sessions for this Python course and other technology videos also. And in the next session, I will be talking about Python statement, comments and keywords. So that is another set of basic concepts of Python. So no prerequisite, again I am repeating, the only prerequisite is you need to follow all the things whatever I am telling in my session religiously and try things at your system. So best way, with the session, with the video, you try out all those things and get comfortable. All right, so if you have not done already, subscribe to stay updated. All right, and if you like the video, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, thank you very much once again. Bye bye, see you in the next session. So keep watching. Bye for now.